This is Gretchen.
And this is Christine.
And first, a little bit about us. I love to garden, although I don't think I'll be winning any awards anytime soon. I love to paint, and I love to take photographs. And I have a dog, and his name is Poco, and he loves to poop in my yoga room.
I play hockey, sort of. And I lift weights, which I hate to do, but I've found a way to make it kind of tolerable.
But what we like to do most is to make videos for groups that help the community. And our company is called Smart Alice Films.
We have lots of experience. I've made short films, educational videos, and a couple of feature-length films.
I've written and directed more than a dozen documentaries all over the world on everything from sapphire mining in Sri Lanka to the demise of bats on the east coast of Canada.
I've made documentaries on mentally challenged adults, women with breast cancer, and one on women in politics. In fact, I've won quite a few awards, 2 with statues.
Me too, just saying.
Mine's bigger. Plus, I edit and I do animation.
And I'm a professional narrator. Can afford to run. Some candidates for the House of Representatives.
Green screens come in handy.
So if you're not for profit or if you do business in a community-minded way, come see us.
Or we'll come see you. We have a big heart for small projects. And I'm told. I'm Gretchen, well-known hockey player. In fact, 2 weeks ago, our team went to PEI for our end of the season tournament, and lo and behold, I scored the first goal of one of the games, and it was my first goal of the whole season. So, out of surprise, my team gave me the MVP for that game, and it's a little Stanley Cup on a Pez, and so now I have as many trophies as my partner here. Christine and I are serious about telling stories through video for groups that help disadvantaged people. We are highly trained and respected filmmakers and writers, and some of my accomplishments, which we were ordered to insert, are a couple of first prizes for the Writers Federation of New Brunswick. My short film, Piece of Cake, won Best No-Budget Short at the Broad Humor Film Festival in California, and one of my screenplays for a feature film called Margaret and Deirdre won a National CBC Award.
And I'm Christine, and I have 3 awards, as Gretchen mentioned, and they are Chris Awards. So Gretchen, yes, the awards are named after me. Actually, no, it's just a coincidence, but we do like to kid with one another. I am proud to say, though, that I have scored some of the highest audiences for documentaries I've done, including an episode I did for CBC Television's Land and Sea. You can see it online. It's called Wild at Heart. It's the largest ever audience for that. And one of the largest ever audiences for an episode I did for the Discovery Channel's series Frontiers of Construction. And that episode was called Against the Sea, and I believe you can see that online as well. But what we're most proud of today is that Smart Alice is already at work. And last weekend, I began filming a video campaign on behalf of the Elizabeth Fry Society here in St. John. I wanted to capture an annual event that they sponsor, which is for disadvantaged women who come together once a year for a retreat. And I chose 3 women to interview, and I was absolutely gobsmacked to discover that one of these women is haunted by the fact that 2 of her sisters were killed by Alan Leger. And I found her story so moving, and I was so appreciative of organizations like the Elizabeth Fry Society that offered this woman with this very particular struggle at least one day of support and luxurious treatment in an otherwise difficult life. And those are the kinds of organizations that we are interested in. Those are the kinds of stories that don't often get told that we really want to tell, and that's why we started Smart Alice Films.
Mariana Stack, who started the Elizabeth Fry Society in St. John, died recently, and I happened to hear part of a taped interview of hers a few weeks ago. And she was describing one of E. Fry's programs where they go into prisons and jails and they record mothers reading the favorite bedtime stories of their children. And then they take these recordings back to the caregivers of the children so that toddlers can be comforted at night, and infants, babies will recognize their mother's voices when they come home. And I was in tears when I heard about that service that they offer and the thought about the plight of mothers behind bars. And on the spot, I decided that's the first video I want to make for Smart Alice. And so phoned up E. Fry, and pretty soon I'll be shooting, and Christine's already started.
And we both wanted to say a big thank you to Kate and Sarah and our the other participants in the ArtsLink Accelerator for giving us the business skills and the sense of support that led to the birth of Smart Alice. And we want to thank you for coming, and we invite you to have a seat and look at some of our past projects to get an idea of our skills as writer and directors. And thank you so much for coming here today to celebrate our big start.